Hello again, and welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, however you are watching this. We appreciate it, and thank you, and welcome back to the Primetime Parlay with myself, Poolside Pat, my guy, Stat Guy, Tommy Bennett over there, and on the ones and twos, it is the remarkable Brett Howard over there, a part of Primetime Productions. Before we get going, I just want to remind everybody that we are not professional gamblers. You should not necessarily look to our advice as to win guaranteed money. We are doing this for fun. The show is all for fun and your entertainment. We encourage people to give their picks and whatnot, but obviously do not take our word as gold. If you have a problem with gambling, please contact 1-800-GAMBLER. And as always, gamble at your own risk. Gentlemen, we are back for another episode of the Primetime Parlay. I will not be tweeting out the StreamYard link for this. I will instead be sharing the stream, as you can watch on Primetime Productions on X at Primetime Prods, or you can check us out on YouTube, which is also, I believe, at Primetime Prods on YouTube. So we all, except for you, Stacker Time, I'm not sure. Did we all hit something yesterday? Because I know
I hit two that I know of.
Okay.
We hit the Devils over 6.5 with the Avalanche. God, what else did I hit? I hit another one. I can't remember it now.
Okay, I know I hit Indiana.
Let me go back for a second.
You're welcome, Busy.
I hit the Canucks money line.
Canucks money.
That's
and
what it was.
I know Brett,
I hit under 5.5, which was a wild bet to hit on the Bruins.
What a bet! What a
and
bet!
then the streak is over. Vegas wins. Vegas fucking wins. Money line.
Let's go. What a bet! I hit on Indiana plus 200 for college basketball, mind you, and then I also hit my soon-to-be alma mater, Rutgers, plus 7.5. And then Ian, as he is pointing out, thank you for tuning in, our guy. Ian is 2-0 so far. As and we got the boys in the chat already. I love it. Yeah. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Ian is 2-0 with his bets. He hit one the opening night, and then he hit Butler plus 14.5 last night, and then he gave his Super Bowl parlay. That's everything. We give picks, man, and we're gonna try and give you winners, but we're just a couple of schmucks giving picks out. And we have a special guest tonight, a first-time guest. Yeah, first of many, and he is a special guy, and is a very talented individual, smart man. But before we get to that, I do want to touch on one thing, because I am aware of one certain bet that we have for tonight. And
cue the horn, baby. Let's go.
And that guy, Tom, you are my guy. I love you. We're doing this together. You do dry eyes picks with me. You cook up stats. You're the man. But tonight, we are adversaries. Tonight, you are my mortal enemy, because you have, as part of one of your best bets for tonight, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I believe our guest might have that too, money line over my New York Rangers, who I have money line minus 135. What say you, and what do you have to say for yourself?
So I wanted to go bold the other night, and I really wanted to pick that money line against Colorado, but I figured I'd do the safe bet. Well, they won, and that's fine. I honestly thought they were going to start Igor Shesterkin tonight, so I was kind of iffy. I didn't know how his confidence was. He hasn't been playing the greatest this year, which is very uncharacteristic for him. So after I made the bet, they've announced that Jonathan Quick is the starter. Well, Jonathan Quick has been sensational this year.
Absolutely.
I can kind of see where the Rangers are favored. They're better in the standings. I still think Tampa is a wagon, but maybe they're a little rusty coming out of the break. So should be fun either way. I'm just going to go with Tampa Bay. They're the underdogs, but it wouldn't shock me if they managed to squeak out a win here on Broadway.
And I wouldn't be able to fire you from being my stat guy because A, I don't pay you anything, and B, you're the best stat guy, Tom, around that I know.
Hey,
so,
just know that I don't hate the Rangers.
No,
and I know that sounds
but,
weird, like considering what my teams are that I follow. That's little strange, but
would you be willing to put a little, before we welcome our guest on, would you be willing to put a little personal wager on this?
No.
No? All right.
Maybe another game.
Another time. And that, you know what? That shows me that you are scared of my Rangers. That's what it is. Oh, and you like them. And you're a Ranger fan. But tonight we are adversaries. Tonight you are my mortal enemy. But
yeah, we'll cook something up at some point this season. We'll do a friendly wager. We're just not going to do it today. Yeah. I got one thing for Brett that I need on the 1s and 2s.
Oh, shout out.
So like this is my big hockey weekend per se. So I need you to cast a vote on what jersey I have to wear tomorrow.
Ooh.
I either got so like I don't cheer for Carolina when I go to games. Mm-hmm. So my father-in-law is a Colorado fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a Ray Bork or a Cale Makar. I don't really know.
Oh, Ray Bork. Ray Bork all day. Actually, to drag this, I want to bring our guest in here soon. But to drag this back, Matt Poitras out 4 to 5 months with shoulder surgery.
Oh, fucking way.
Yeah, and with that, no further ado, I think we bring in our guy.
Bring him on in because
when did that drop?
Ray Bork.
Just now, just dropped. Chris Davis, everybody.
Davey.
What's going on, guys?
I want to Matt Poitras 4 to 5 weeks. Wait, 4 to 5
I don't know if you guys
months?
saw me in the room. Yeah, I was in the room waiting to come on, man. I was sweating. I was swearing at myself after I saw that news. Freaking brutal. But yeah,
I'm just now. Apparently, that just dropped.
Yeah, well, brutal news, obviously, for the Bruins. I mean, they're going to have to obviously make some moves at the deadline. But first off, I want to congratulate you guys on the new show. I got to tune in, to the first, awesome stuff you guys are doing here. So congratulations on that.
I don't know how we did last night, but we did nice the first night. Felt pretty good. Felt good about ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, I mean, I love what you guys bring, the energy you guys bring. So, congrats to both of you guys. And, it looks like I'm taking on Mel's pick, so I guess we'll find out if I'm going to be staying on the live stream, depending on how what direction he went. So I guess we'll fire it up.
Yeah, no, and you know what?
Guest.
And Davis, I do just want to. I mean, you're a staple here at PrimeTime. Drop Mitts Hockey, the podcast.
Yeah, go ahead and tell everyone like what you do. Like,
introduce yourself to our crowd.
Just tell everyone what you're doing.
So I host the podcast Drop the Mitts Hockey. I've been with PrimeTime, literally since the start. Man, I have all sorts of people on the pod, all sorts of different players, whether it's junior, national development. We've had a few NHLers on, college guys. And man, we just bullshit about hockey, man. Like, hearing about their stories and hearing about, how they, their come up and all the work they put in to get to the highest level. And I just love talking with these guys. Just kind of learning everyone's stories. And that's pretty much it, man. And got some other stuff in the works too with the PWHL as well. That hasn't started up yet. I'm still kind of working out logistics, but definitely fired up for it. And like I said, man, I couldn't be more thankful to be part of this team and do this with you guys.
Love it, man.
Happy to have you, man.
And most importantly, before we move on, do you have picks? I know you mentioned Mel's, but do you have picks?
I mean, man, I was kind of like, I'm rolling with Mel, man. I'm backing Mel. I trust
Mel. All right, Mel.
You're backing the man with all the crab ragoons.
Yeah.
He chose a Celtics championship in crab ragoons over
the Sushi King. And that's
Sushi King of PrimeTime Productions.
One of our fearless leaders for sure. Davis, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's really a pleasure to have you. It's an honor.
And being that you're our guest, you go first.
Yeah. I just want to say one real quick. Drop the Mitts is one of the premier podcasts at PrimeTime. So if you are not following, at Drop Mitts Hockey. Obviously, you can see there. But yeah, let's throw it to our guest. I mean, taking over the role of Nick Mel. What do you have to say for his pick?
All right, boys. Well, let's get into it. Looks like we're rolling with Blackhawks money line.
Yeah. I have Blackhawks too.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, man. Honestly, the Wild are kind of struggling right now. I mean, they're kind of a bottom of the barrel team at this point. Not the Wild that we thought they were going to be at this point. No Connor Bedard, but man, Nick Foligno comes back, Peter Mrazek in net. I wouldn't be shocked, man. I could see the Blackhawks, especially, at home. I could see them stealing a game like this. This is definitely a winnable game for them.
And with Mrazek and Ned, I could see them totally having the under hit too.
Tom has made me aware of Mrazek as a Ranger fan, but not necessarily the biggest.
Behind that piss poor defense, he's been really good.
Love it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. This is, like I said, this is for sure a game that, Chicago could steal at home. Coming off the break, the All-Star break, I could absolutely see this. Gustafsson hasn't been great. I could definitely see this, Chicago stealing this game. So I like this pick by Mel.
You want to touch on? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, second one, Lightning Rangers under. That's another one, man. I feel like this is could be a legitimate defensive battle. Jonathan Quick in net. Obviously, Igor gets some rest, and I believe Vasilevsky's in net right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm kind of doing this on a whim. But, this is another pick I love. Under 6.5 goals. I feel like this could be a defensive shootout. Both teams are solid defensively. This another great pick by Mel. I don't disagree with this one. I was a little nervous, I'm not going to lie. But honestly, I like these picks. As far as Boston Celtics, minus 12.5. I'm not a big basketball guy. I'm not going to lie. So
they're playing the Hawks.
Trae Young's on the Hawks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Basketball guy.
All right. Yeah, big basketball guy.
Gotta get into some hoop.
Trae Young plays basketball.
Yeah, Trae Young, good.
I expect a big game out of Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, those guys. I love this. I love this pick.
That is such good analysis, my friend. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
all right, well there you go.
From three.
That's Nick Davis or excuse me, Mel.
You
Davis.
just combine the two.
Yeah. We'll figure out a name one of these days, and then we'll get you on again. By the way, for your own.
I would love to, man. I'd do a little more research, and
that was great.
You kind of just came in, to be here.
Dude, Tommy, this is like when someone's game time decision, and during warm-ups they can't go, so someone else goes.
This is
that was
this
incredible.
Is Lou Lamoriello creating Islanders,
and you know what? And
for special events.
I can't speak for the Celtics, although I know that they're a wagon, and I know if you've been betting spread-wise throughout the season, you're probably in the money. Obviously money line, but they're usually favored by a lot more than the juice can squeeze, as Professor Puck talked about. But I like the Blackhawks. I'm on there. Lightning Rangers. I don't have the over/under, so as long as the Rangers win, because it's me versus Tommy here, and we are taking the Rangers because that's the team. Stars Leafs over 6.5 is the dry ice poolside pet pick of the day with Tommy's stats, and Tennessee minus 13.5. That's college basketball there, and speaking of wagons, Tennessee are a team you're going to want to watch going into March because they have some talent. They have some real ballers on that team, and they generally blow people out. 13.5 is a lot to lay, even in the NBA. The NBA 12.5 right there kind of makes me feel a little bit better. So those are my picks. I don't know if Tommy wants to end or if Brett, if you want to roll through yours and then Tommy can end and we can fight. All right, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy, go ahead.
I mean, I said this to you before, Davis came on. Just I think Tampa Bay, even though they're coming out of the break, I just still think, yeah, they're the underdog, but they're still a really good hockey team. And I mean, one of the money lines are just like, it's just a hunch, like who you feel like could win. I mean, I'll take that underdog, even though I don't think Tampa Bay is like a real underdog.
Nice.
Dallas money line. Dallas squeaked one out yesterday. They got heavily outplayed. Jake Ottinger kind of stood on his head. I don't exactly see that offense being smothered where they'll, only score 2 goals. They're actually up 2-1 right now as we speak. Scott Wedgwood, he's been pretty good this year. And just it's Toronto. I mean, I think Dallas is a better team than Toronto. That's just my opinion. I do have Austin Matthews over 0.5 point on the power play. It's Toronto.
An interesting bet.
They are very, yeah. You know what? I've been trying to do the player props. Certain ones that I feel like, they got the.
What did that pay out, by the way? What were the odds on that? I'm interested.
It was plus something. I can't remember.
I figured it would be. It
was a plus. That's why. That's why.
Plus, it was plus 145 where I saw it.
That's a great bet. I see. I'm learning myself. I never would have thought about that.
I've been trying to take like player props, just something different other than just money lines and over unders. But Matthews on the power play. I mean, he's going to get his power play minutes. I mean, and Toronto's got a very good power play. I mean, Austin Matthews alone has scored like a third of Toronto's goals this year.
Wow.
Well, I need to know what footsteps are his.
That's see. Look, I didn't even, as a football guy primarily, or baseball. I mean, you guys haven't even seen me with baseball yet, so just
I can't wait for baseball
because I am a psycho. I'm a psycho baseball fan. But like I'm new to the hockey gambling aspect, and I think that's why we did the dry ice, or why I wanted to do it, and just to kind of dive myself. I'm familiar with gambling in general, as shown by the PrimeTime Parlay here, but that's a bet I didn't even realize you can make with the Matthews over 0.5 point. I know the game's going on right now, so we'll have to see what happens there. Brett, why don't you ones and twos are
yes, sir.
You're here. Why don't you go through yours? And I just want to hear from Davis one more time, and we'll get on out of here because the powers that be, they're really starting to tell me I gotta keep it tight.
So I'll keep it nice and I'll keep it short and sweet then. But I'm getting dusted on my first pick. It's 2-1 Stars first intermission. So I got Leafs by 2. Hopefully they can pull some second and third period magic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the power of Canada, brother.
Yeah. And I saw I was going against Tommy with this, but I like the fucking Matthews pick there. I went with Mel's as well because I love this is going to explain my next pick for basketball. I've been going with home money lines. I'm loving the home money this year. So I took the Blackhawks money line, and I also took the Philadelphia 76ers money line. I don't know why. I just had a weird thought about it. I'm not a basketball guy. Sometimes you just bet on intuition. And then that second one, Wild Blackhawks, the goaltending has been good for like Mrazek, like you guys said earlier. But I just feel like after the break, we're going to see one of those wild barn burner games. And both these teams' goalies haven't been good all year, if that makes sense. So I looked at it from a year standpoint. And I like the money on the under, but I was like, we want goals. Let's fucking cheer for goals here. So those are my picks. Do you want me to put up the PrimeTime Parlay, Pat? Or
throw up the PrimeTime Parlay.
Gustafson is in net.
I have hand up for the people, by the way. I've been looking at the private chat this whole time, and I have not been paying attention to the actual comments. So that's, we're three shows in. I'm learning. I'm seeing Ian, Steph Curry over 4.5 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Larry Bird is coming off the bench as a 6-man tonight. There you go. Mel with a couple of good, Bob Beers. I know who's going to win the bowl. I mean, I'm sorry. That's hand up. I didn't realize that and now I do. And that's why I shared the StreamYard link the last couple times. So I didn't see any comments, but we clearly had them. So here we go. We were learning. We're living and we're learning, boys. But the PrimeTime Parlay, and we'll get on out of here because I'm really up against it right now. Tommy's stats. Tommy Stat Guy Tom, my guy, has Dallas Stars money line. Poolside Pat, Rangers money line. Yes. So kind of hedging for Tom. And then Davis, a.k.a. Mel, Chicago Blackhawks, and myself. I have that separately.
Did you add the Rangers money line to the dry ice picks today? Because I know we had 2, didn't we?
Those are some good money line picks for a fucking parlay.
I wasn't able to write the article. I'll have to go back and check what I said to you and everything, but we'll get that all squared away. Moneyline parlay. I got it at 13.85. I placed that right before we got on here, plus 13.85. So maybe we make some money tonight.
I actually do like those money lines. I have a feeling Gustafson's going to come out really sluggish tonight.
And you know what?
It wouldn't shock me.
And we're up against it, but I would be remiss if I didn't allow our guest, Chris Davis. Thank you again for hopping on short notice. Drop the Mids Hockey at Drop Mids Hockey, one of the premier podcasts here at PrimeTime Productions. Just any final thoughts, any final regards you want to give to the people watching or anybody in general?
Yeah. No, well, man, to you guys, Tommy, Pat, honestly, again, congratulations on this thing you guys have built. I know, Brett had a huge part in this. Boozy, Mel, this is awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. Had a lot of hype, coming in. The first 2 were phenomenal. So I'm really excited to see what you guys build into this going forward. And I wish you guys the best. And I'm really excited to tune into these every day.
Love it, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Davis.
And Tom, but I'll in the morning. And
I might chirp at you at like third period or something. I haven't really decided.
And for our ones and twos, and for the guys that are pulling me away, I mean, I'm really up against it, guys. So we're gonna have to cut this. And good night, love you, everybody.
Good stream, good picks. Good stream, good picks. Come back tomorrow for some more.
Gotta cut it.
Let's go. Have a good night, everyone.